Alright guys, welcome back. Today we're going to continue on our video series of the 6.5 Creedmoor AR10 hunting platform that I use, why it might be the right platform for you, and why I think it really is on the cutting edge of what you need and what is really functional for the hunting world. I took it to the range today, and while I get it set up and ready to clean, go ahead and watch this footage from our shoot. We were shooting about 400 yards on some steel targets, so enjoy. Alright, here we are. Welcome back. The 6.5 Creedmoor. 18.5 inch barrel. As we went into the other video, I won't go into all the details to bore you, so I'll put the link here if I remember to, or it'll be down in the comments, whichever one. Before I get started on the caliber and the AR10 platform while we clean it, let's talk about eye relief. Because the last video, a dude was really pretty critical of me not knowing where to put the scope on the rifle. So eye relief. I don't know the exact eye relief of the Trijicon 3-9 power scope, but when I went through the service, you trained to put your nose on the charging handle. And in that world, you put the nose on the charging handle, right there is the perfect eye relief. And it's also set up and optimized so that as I get more layers of clothing, I can collapse this stock down and still maintain the right eye relief. So if you're watching this, that's why. And I would love to have a conversation with you on the proper eye relief because you're very, very passionate about it. Almost trollish, but we won't go there. So, moving right along. 6.5 Creedmoor. Just a little teeny tiny round. Fits in the AR10 platform. I can't get into all the exact ballistics of it for you. Look them up. There are people that do that way better than I do. I just know it works. And I know that it works well for me. I've killed 3 elk, 4 or 5 deer. They've all died. The bullets performed. I shoot a 143 grain ELDX hunting ammo, which is one of the reasons why I opted to go with the 6.5 Creedmoor, because of the availability and the affordability of match grade hunting ammo. Because I can get a match grade 6.5 Creedmoor bullet in a 20 round box. Right now they're about 30 something bucks. I mean, they've come up more to be more expensive, but you really can't beat it. Ballistically, I used to shoot the 7mm mag, 7mm ultra mag, 270 ultra mag, I believe it is. Only had it for a little bit. Browning Abels, all bolt actions. Good rifles. I mean, if that's your thing, go for it. But when I switched over to 6.5 Creedmoor, I can get the ammo through Freedom Munitions right now for about $1 a round for 140 grain match tip hollow point ammo. That's a really good deal. And it's accurate. So I can go out and enjoy shooting this rifle repeatedly throughout the season, practicing for hunting season, which is not something that I would say that everybody always gets to do. If you're shooting a 300 Win Mag and you feel like you need to have the ability to disable a Russian armored vehicle. Okay, so why the AR10? The AR10 is phenomenally ergonomic. Mounting optics to it is stupid easy. You have tons of rail space to put stuff on. Mounting bipods, muzzle devices. You decide down the road that I want a longer barrel. I can do that myself at home to this rifle. Now, is it light? No, it's not light. I don't have the exact weight on it, but it's not unbearable. I mean, if you're in your mid-30s and you're healthy, and you can't carry a 10, 12 pound rifle with optics and your bipod and your suppressor on it, you probably need to go to the gym more than you need a different rifle. Oof, that's probably a rough one to swallow. But unless you have a physical disability, I get it. I got a few from the Army that Uncle Sam just keeps on giving. But if you are a healthy individual, there's not really any reason not to, that you can't. So keep that in mind. Let's go over ergonomics. You can change the pistol grips, you can change the buttstocks, scopes can be changed out like you're changing out Legos, slings can be mounted wherever you want to. It's a little heavier, a little bigger grip on the front, bipod, but it's modular. I love it. You can mount suppressors to it easy. I mean, you can mount suppressors to most rifles pretty easy, let's be fair. I like the magazine fed. You don't have to have a drop plate with 3 rounds. I can have 10 rounds in there. I don't mind carrying 10 rounds. It doesn't make me feel bad. It makes other people uncomfortable because why would I need that? But why not? I can do it. There's not much weight penalty. Let's talk about the caliber selection. 6.5 Creedmoor. I don't think there's any other cartridge in the hunting world that gets quite as much disdain as the 6.5 Creedmoor. Is that because it was successful? Because Hornady really rolled out the stops and supported this cartridge, made it affordable and match grade accurate. Thing's a beast. It'll kill everything you want to, short of maybe a grizzly bear and a moose. And it would probably work just fine for a moose if you put the bullet in the right place. Now, overkill, over penetration. If you're hunting deer or elk, there's a chance that you've probably been told you have to have a 300 Win Mag to make sure you have a good shot. Now, let's be fair, shot placement is king. Everybody knows this. Everybody accepts this. But you still have been told by people that you need to hunt with a rifle that is capable of disabling Russian armored vehicles. Maybe that's a little exaggeration, but it's excessive. If you shoot something in the 300-yard range that almost all of my shots have been, and you shoot it at 300 yards in the shoulder with a 300 Win Mag, you can kiss that whole shoulder goodbye, and you can probably kiss the other shoulder of that elk goodbye. It's a powerful round for a reason. Penetration and expansion. Now, 6.5 Creedmoor, you are not going to magically shoot through a front shoulder. I never will. It won't. It doesn't have the weight or the velocity to do it. But you put it behind the rib cage where you're supposed to, it'll kill an elk every day of the week and twice on Sunday. Just make sure the barrel's clean. Yep. So, there's that. Think about how much extra damage you're going to do to that animal with the cartridge you pick. Because there's enough cartridge, and then there's too much cartridge. Now, you can have the biggest 300 Win Mag you've ever had in this world, and you don't put your shots in the right spot because it's too expensive to afford to practice. It recoils too much for you to go shoot 4 or 5 boxes of ammo in a day. Guess what? That animal isn't going to magically die. You take something that doesn't recoil, that is suppressed, you have follow-up shots way faster, and you're not ruining a whole bunch of excessive meat if you put that bolt in the right place. Your choice. That's my choice. That's where I chose it. Alright, so in conclusion, the 6.5 Creedmoor might not be the right cartridge for you. You might be set up. The AR10 might not be the right rifle for you. You might be very comfortable with your bolt action rifle. But if you're one of these GWAT veterans, or even any veteran, that's really used to the functionality of the AR platform, you've trained with it for years, then the AR10 should be a serious contender in your hunting rifle setup because you're familiar with it. There's no thinking about it. You've already trained on it. You can customize it infinitely without having a gunsmith's degree. And most importantly, you can put an extraordinarily effective, purpose-designed, accurate hunting cartridge that hits that sweet spot for ballistic efficiency and effects on target out of a semi-automatic magazine-fed rifle. To me, it's a no-brainer. Dudes that came back from World War I, they started hunting with the bolt-action rifle. Dudes that came back from World War II, semi-automatic rifles started to be the game. For those of us that served overseas in the global war on terrorism, the AR-10, I think, you might find is the rifle you want to use. Till next time, keep it frosty.